Apple Blossom coverage on the NCWLIFE channel is brought to you in part by Coldwell Banker Cascade, encouraging you to leave your mark. Coldwell Banker Cascade is guiding you home in North Central Washington. Our top 10 candidate get-to-know-you sessions continue here on the NCWLIFE channel. I'm Eric Granstrom. Joining us now, we have candidate Kaydence Garrison, who's the daughter of Jim and Melinda. Kaydence, welcome.
Thank you.
Before I get into my questions, I wanted you to tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I am a 4-year cheerleader and tennis player. I am also in yearbook. I enjoy dancing. I was a dancer for about 12 years. I love the arts. I love Wenatchee Valley. I haven't always lived here, but it has definitely become my home over the past 10 years.
So 10 years. So where were you before you came here?
OMAC.
Oh, okay.
So just a little bit.
Oh, still North Central
Yes.
Washington.
Yes.
And still ag and everything else.
Oh,
And
yes.
So, okay,
Yes.
all right, gotcha. I wanted you to first tell us about your name, because Kaydence is definitely a different name.
Yeah, so my parents, they watched a movie together on one of their dates, and it was Shallow Hal, and they fell in love with the name, and they knew that they wanted to name their baby girl that.
As far as Relay for Life, it says in your bio that you're involved with that. How did you get involved with Relay for Life?
Relay for Life was connected with my cheer volunteer, so I got to be a part of that program, and I also was a part of that program when I was very little up in OMAC. My mom was in the organization, so I was able to get experience with it, and then when I moved here, I was also able to.
Why did you decide to run for Apple Blossom?
For me, I've been in a lot of activities and stuff like that, but I've always been the shy kid who's in like the popular group, but not always out there, putting myself out there. So I wanted to give myself a chance to be more social and meet a lot of people in the Wenatchee Valley, because I love the Wenatchee Valley and I would love to know how it works and the people who run it. So
You say in your bio that your grandfather inspired you most.
yes.
How?
Being in the OMAC Valley, the Okanagan County, it's a very small county, so you get to know everyone, and he is loved by every single person, and I love him in every way, but he's also was a teacher for many years, so he got to help kids grow, and he was also a firefighter and an EMT for many years, volunteer, never was paid, and I just inspired to be like him because he's always so positive and always truly there for me whenever I need him.
His name?
Bob Garrison.
Okay, Bob. So is it Grandpa Bob? Is it Papa Bob? What do you call him?
I just call him Grandpa.
Oh, Grandpa.
Yes.
No Bob?
No.
Okay. Hi, Grandpa. Biggest thing missing in the Wenatchee Valley for teenagers. I've raised a teenager through the valley, and I've talked to a lot of them. We're involved, of course, with sports here on the TV, and there's, from my estimation, a lot missing. So what do you think the biggest thing that we could add for teens to do? A place to go, I think, would be the biggest thing. It doesn't cost you money,
a hangout
right?
spot, just for all of us. Because I know when we were younger, we always used to go to the ice skating rink. But for teens, there's really not that kind of spot for all of us to go. So I think like a place just to hang out and be with friends, maybe like a club where you can like read books, like kind of like a cafe, but for teenagers.
Was that even kind of more, I guess, exemplified with the pandemic?
Oh, very much
so. And
so.
that you had to be separate and things like that?
Yes, which is hard because definitely am a social person and I love being around people, so that was a very hard thing about COVID.
What is the biggest thing that you learned from the pandemic?
I think I have always been a very busy person, and during the pandemic I got to take a break and truly find myself and the things that I liked and do the things that made me feel healthy, and I think it was just really finding who I truly am.
Good.
Yes.
Good for you. This process for going through the top 10 and going through the pageant and getting all this education that you're getting, what's been the hardest part for you?
Balancing time, because it's been very busy. Also, the one thing that I've learned the most, but it has been the hardest, is keeping a schedule and balancing all of my time between my family and my friends, but then also getting my work done that I need to for Apple Blossom while also cheerleading and all of the other extra activities.
Yeah, and you really have to have a schedule for this whole thing,
yes.
that's for sure. Okay, I'm throwing you a curveball, and I'm giving the same question to everybody, and I'm just curious. So you have a choice of 3 things, okay? You can go skydiving,
Oh.
you can go deep sea diving, or you could just take a long drive. Which would you choose and why?
Long drive, hands down. I am not a big fan of water. I love being in water, but my biggest fear is water. So wouldn't go deep sea diving. I also am a little bit scared of heights, so I don't know if I would do skydiving, but I love drives. I love going on road trips. I love traveling. I love going to see the new outdoors every state. So definitely a long drive.
So you're used to that Highway 97 back and forth between Omak
yes.
and here.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Anything else we should know about Kaydence before we let you go?
I've loved this whole opportunity. It's really brought the best out of me, and yeah, I think that's it.
Okay. Good luck.
Thank you.
Have fun with this process,
I
too.
will.
Kaydence Garrison joining us here as we meet the top 10 candidates with the Apple Blossom Festival's Royalty Selection Pageant presented by Cashmere Valley Bank. It's coming your way this Saturday, and we will have it live on the NCWLIFE channel. Thanks for joining us.